Hello everyone, this is the Bone King. And like I promised, something different today. There's actually 2, maybe 3 different things that I'm doing. Just because I'm out of it today. Not in a terrible way, thankfully. And I have a lot to consider with what I'm doing. And I think Stardew Valley is a good place to go right now. I'm gonna get into that later after we play the game some. But yeah, this is what I'm going with today. Some Stardew Valley, some egg rum. Oh right, he added a beach farm. Oh no, sprinklers don't work on the sandy soil? Huh. Alright, I mean, yeah, we're going to try that out, because... Alright. Let's play a bit of music. That'll work. But also, hold on. There's a better shirt to be had, I think. That's about the only thing. Come on, it's in here somewhere. I thought it was in here. There we go. Ooh, there's kinds of... Dude, I didn't know there... Is that a German Shepherd? That's actually kind of cool. Dude, when did all this stuff get added in? The dude's crazy, and he's working on another game now as well. Which is... cool in its own right. I don't know when it's coming out, but... Nope. A little bit of lag there. Hold on. I'm gonna move things around in the other window, other screen, so I can keep track of all this stuff. That was a little scary. Imagine our farm on the beach here has some excellent sunsets. Anyway, you must be tired from the long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit and juice yourself. Oh god, I can't even talk. I'm getting very oddly emotional today, and I blame that for the shows I was watching very late last night when I was quite inebriated. What the fuck is this? Fucking day 2 fairy? Not even day 2, day 1. I want to know the odds of that. I think I just held down right click and it automatically uses scythe. Is that a fucking thing that I did not know about this game? The fuck? I just realized I haven't been recording. The hell happened to the recording, guys? What the hell happened to the recording? The recording was going. Oh my god. I'm glad I looked. I'm glad I looked. I'm glad I looked. I'm gonna have to see what happened to that. Because the recording was absolutely going. I'm befuddled, utterly. Oh, it's workout day. Sorry, gals, go ahead. Oh, my goodness. I'm gonna talk with Bay here. How you doing, family? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry about the prolonged silences, but I was recording. And we're already on day 2, which also means that nobody saw the fairy that came last night, and how I have parsnips and kale already. These two, I don't want them. I'm so... so done. Right now. You have no idea. Okay. It's fine. It's... it's fine. It's just fine. Hi everyone. This is the Bone King. In case, I guess the first one didn't stick. Playing some Stardew Valley this week. It's fine. I won't be distressed. We're gonna do just fine. So, we are on the beachfront farm, because that's one I haven't played before. And I'll do a quick tour, since I already did a walk around, but I don't know if that's here anymore. Yeah, we are surrounded by sandy beaches. This up here is the path to the mountains. That's a little cave. Yeah, nice. Ooh, hello. Beachside greenhouse here. The grandfather's. How do I? Hello. And stuff just washes up on shore here, apparently. I get coffee? Who's sending me coffee? Friggin' Jojo Mart. This isn't the... No, it is. There's a dirt patch here on the farm, which is kind of important because the notes, the world creation, which I don't know if is there anymore. Anyway, you saw that. Sprinklers can't be placed in the sandy soil. So this is going to be like the only patch that I can put sprinklers in and have crops that just I don't have to worry about so much. But there's lots of foraging area. Like, this place is beautiful. I love it. So much beach. There's so much beach. And this little guy down here leads to the forest in the south. Speaking of, I should probably go there, see if there's any spring onions today. And you can sort of tell And I didn't get it on video now. Fudge, and we had the fairy stop by in the middle of the night. Because it's day 2. It's day 2. We already had kale and parsnips to sell to Pierre. Like, I absolutely had the fairy stop by. But it's not on video now. It's fine. It's fine. Oh god, I couldn't imagine trying to play anything else right now. It's that kind of day. Shit. Yeah, I like this farm a lot. It's very aesthetic. And it's just, oh, I love it. I really do. I should probably water my crops. But this is the video for the week. It's just a nice little unconditionally good farming sim. Like this is what I'm doing because Mad Rat's taking a while, and I don't want bullets per minute to wear down on people. Just because it's a very no, it's just a speed thing. I thought it was more energy. Oops. The bullet per minute, while it's good and I enjoy it very much, feel like doesn't have as much continual playability as say Stardew Valley does. Like, I could just keep going with this. I could go until I get the evaluation from Grandpa over there. Like, I could just keep going with this for a while and have it be something that I can do reliably and not worry about the challenge of it, I suppose. Or the next thing I suppose I can talk about is whether it's good or not. Because it's just, I mean, it's good. It's a good game. I have my personal, like, 1 or 2 nitpicks. But otherwise, I mean, like, you don't find anyone talking shit about Stardew Valley. Anyone who does talk shit about it probably doesn't enjoy playing these kinds of games. That's fine. It was fiber. Fiber. Some fiber. But I can't really say that the next game I'm gonna be playing. Yeah, I'm already talking about the next game. Because it's gonna happen. I know that much right now. It's gonna happen next game. Mostly for my own curiosity and all that, but also because I want it to be good. I really do. Hey, look at us. We're level 1 farming on day 3. This isn't supposed to happen until like day 4. We can already have a scarecrow. Oh, we don't even have to water today, dude. I need coal. Dude, I can already have a scarecrow on day fudge and 3. On day 3. Like, what? 8 tiles. I want him there. No. I want want him here. 2, 3, 4, 6. I could place him on the side, but I'm gonna like expand around him, I think. I got distracted because I leveled up in farming on day fucking 3. The next game, which, as far as I'm concerned, has a questionable amount of playtime attached to it, is gonna be Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which I just found out about. This week. It's only Wednesdays, my dude. So now it's Thursday. One of these days, give you an idea of how much preparation I give myself for these videos. Yeah, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now, I say it has a questionable amount of playtime attached to it because I really don't know. Like, so my story with the Borderlands series is I fell in love with it. I know pretty much everyone else fell in love with it with Borderlands 2 because Handsome Jack was incredibly charismatic and well voiced and all that. And the gunplay was just solid. And I went back, played through Borderlands 1, and that was a thing. Like, I didn't play any of the DLCs. I might have them. I think I have the DLCs. Hard to tell. Mostly because I was playing through to see like what happened with these guys beforehand. Like, how did they end up where they are now, sort of thing, you know? And it was all right. It took me a while to realize that a lot of the, like, there wasn't a whole lot of voiced characters that time around, and that most of the dialogue and most of the, like, quest information was actually in, like, text boxes. Once I started figuring that out, I started sort of, like, skimming through, and that's why I don't remember it so well, because I don't sit there and just read. I sort of, like, get the gist, and like, okay, this is what we're doing, why we're doing it, good, cool, bye. There's a vault. There's stuff inside the vault. Cool. And then what? After that is the pre-sequel, which is fine. Gearbox just sort of riding the high of Handsome Jack while they still can, you know. I mean, dude really sold Borderlands 2, so it's fine. And more of him is not necessarily a bad thing. It was a very... The Borderlands are always sort of like weirdly visceral and gruesome. And especially the pre-sequel, when Jack started going, well, turn into Jack. You know? So, it was interesting to see what was going on there. Then, well, there were Tales of the Borderlands. Those were a thing, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't big on Telltale at all, ever. I'm trying to be quiet here so I can cut out some nonsense later. But I'm pretty sure those were actually like world-centric and world-building and stuff, so maybe I'll read up on them or something. No, not... Hey, look, a lost book. I'm not super big on like going back and playing through those. So I'm not gonna worry about them. But then after that was Borderlands 3, which it's fine. I gave it a solid fine. Like, let's look at the facts, right? Borderlands 2, there's a side quest that we're just gonna skip, really. I'm sorry, Billy. No offense to you, but I'm still talking here and I don't want to lose track. There's a side quest that basically hints and tracks like, there's only so many sirens in the universe at any given time. Blah, 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 blah. And they wrote themselves into this corner. And so, Borderlands 3 basically had to happen the way that it did. With Maya dying, with God, why can't I think of her name? Fuck. Well, with the twins dying, obviously. And the Firehawk. Why can't I think of Lilith? God, her name was escaping me for the longest time. With Lilith dying, and, you know, they had to be like, okay, there's a couple less sirens now, and we can do something about that. It's their own fault for writing themselves into that corner. I don't see why that has to be a thing. It's their universe. They can create it how they want. Like, magical people can just be a normal thing. Instead, they're all in this one little clique that's going around hunting vaults. And speaking of which, like, they cut a few numbers out of the siren ranks, and then immediately gave one to Tannis. Like, Angel's powers from Borderlands 2 transferred to Tannis. And it's like, hello, what? What? Hi? Why? You took 2 steps forward. You took a step forward, took 2 steps back. Like, just let the powers that be out there. If you're gonna do that, fucking commit, bro. Like, we have another siren. Punchy girl, I can't think of her name. It's altogether just a sadly forgettable experience is the thing. Like, hey, Linus likes leaks. I'm glad you like leaks, Linus. How you doing, buddy? Like me, I just live out here alone. Oh, but you're the best, Linus. Yeah. You're cool, bro. Maybe he's the one I was thinking of. I thought somebody liked horseradish. I thought the old man liked horseradish, but I guess it was Linus who likes leeks. Or whatever. Because I'm hoping that... There we go. I can, fix things later. In post. Lots of noise going on in the background. I forget where I was before. I'm pretty sure I was saying that Gearbox just needed to commit and just be like, nope, we have a siren, and we have the little kid. I forget her name. That everybody hated. I don't know why everybody hated. I don't quite understand the internet's hate towards her, other than Maya had to die and her powers had to go somewhere, and why couldn't we just have Maya? But again, Gearbox wrote themselves into a corner. No one to blame but themselves, and we're just along for the ride as they sort of figure their shit out with sirens. But it was... I don't know. They needed to not try and like it was a really, really, really bad case of sequelitis. Of like, oh, God, that's loud. Oh, we had a charismatic villain in Borderlands 2 that everybody loved. Let's try and out charisma him in Borderlands 3. Twins, yay! And then, and everything is super like big scale. They're like, oh, this vault's gonna save Pandora, destroy Pandora, blah blah blah. And then now we move on. And now there's multiple planets, and they're all vaults, and they're all this. And it's like, it just felt like so much, but not enough. Like, there wasn't any focus on any of it, and it just felt like it was just kind of big to be big. And not that it was big because that's what it was supposed to be. Like, yeah, all the locales are great and very, like, scenic and everything, but, I mean, we still got that with Borderlands 2. Things still looked really good in Borderlands 2. We got Sir Hammerlock's big game hunt. Like, all the areas in that DLC were beautiful. Like, and that was all in Pandora. Unless that what took place on a different planet they didn't tell us about. I'm pretty sure that was Pandora. I mean, it didn't. It was still on the same, like, fast travel network. So, I'm glad we've got to go to different planets. I'm glad we got to explore new places. I just didn't feel like there's enough focus on any place to sort of be like, okay, yeah, I'm getting committed to this. I'm committing this to memory. And the scope was just too weird, too big, we have to do more because it's a sequel and sequels do more. I don't know. It felt weird. I'm pretty sure not many people like Borderlands 3. And I'll say it's not a bad game. Right, Borderlands 3 isn't a bad game. Characters aren't bad. Characters are what they should have been. The small child is a small child and reacts as a small child would react in those sort of situations. And the fact that people got upset about that is weird to me, but whatever. Yeah, that's the thing I saw a lot on the internet. People were just upset with the small child character behaving like a small child because, I don't know, what were you expecting? Ah yes, I grew up in the Borderlands. I have maturity and know how to handle myself. Like, nah, it's not true. Kids growing up around death and shit like that constantly doesn't lead to healthy development, oddly enough. And that will, I'll sort of segue that into the new game they're coming out with this month, apparently. Tiny Tina's Borderlands. Tina's not well developed. People growing up like that don't develop. Are you fucking kidding? That was the whole point of all of her side quests, of her DLC, the one that the game's based off, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep. I think it was another dragon thing. It was just more burgers and badasses. Bunkers and badasses. Stupid fucking survival burgers. Fuck off. She's not adjusted well. Like, that's what's great about her character is she's has no clue how to deal with this shit. And it's really sad to see when, you know, it's this big climatic moment and Tina's just misses Roland and, wants him to be around. And that was her only family after her parents were literally tortured to death in front of her. You know? So it's like, and that's my concern is with this game, with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, that it isn't gonna be the Tiny Tina we got in her DLC, Assault and Dragon Keep, or whatever. I can't remember the DLC. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be Tiny Tina we got in Torig's DLC, where she's just sort of there, is sort of silly comic relief, haha, funny, quirky Borderlands stuff, and not really exploring her character, the characters that are being introduced in the Wonderlands. It's just gonna be, hey, it's Borderlands, guys, we're more Borderlands, yay! Instead of being about the development of the characters. Or even the exploring of the characters, like the DLC was. And like side quests normally are. Like, but I'm reserving my judgment when I actually play through the game. Fingers are crossed that it'll be a good and wonderfully emotional experience. But we'll just have to see, honestly. We'll just have to see. And I'm really hoping like, what is he talking about? Tina's just weird because she's weird. Like, I've seen people hate on Tina, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, that everything about the character that's written into Borderlands 2 was done on purpose. Like, she's not just out in the Polar Express hanging around with bandits because she's a bandit herself. She's literally tracking the dude that gave her parents over to Handsome Jack. And if you, like, look at the tea party table, the quirky, we're gonna just torture this bandit at the tea party. If you look at the table, the little card that, is his designated sitting spot reads murderous bastard that killed my parents. And there's, Lord Reginald von Bartlesby and Princess Fluffybutt. The other ones sort of, the actual sort of silliness. Back when people did side quests, instead of just using them as, like, reasons to farm loot midgets, there are actually the audio logs that, again, tie the named bandit they lure over to Tina's bunker in the Polar Express. Polar Express? That's what I'm calling the place now. I don't remember what the place is, honestly. But the name bandit is referenced in those tapes, and you get to be introduced to how Tina became an explosives expert. That's in those audio logs. Because she's not just an explosives expert because, that's convenient to plot. We need somebody to blow things up, and it's a tiny girl. Funny, quirky. No, it's because her parents are both explosives experts, and that's why Jack wanted them, and they refused to work for him. So he tortured them to death. And in the audio log, the parents are like, hey, that thing on your shirt, press it, and massive explosion goes off. And, well, you can only imagine either... Oh, I could get a bunch of energy back with that. I could actually clear a bunch of space up. Let's check the spring onions. But, like, it's like, oh shit. She managed to escape because her parents either A, sacrificed themselves, and, well, I mean, they did sacrifice themselves. They were dead. They were either sacrificed themselves or were tortured to death by Handsome Jack in front of her eyes, and she managed to escape, and that is how she... That's just how Tina remembers her parents. It's how she keeps them close, is working with those explosives that she makes. It's like, where was... It didn't feel like there's as much of that kind of storytelling going on in Borderlands 3. Maybe I didn't do enough side quests. There wasn't crazy need to do side quests, it felt like, in Borderlands 3. Maybe after playing through the Wonderlands, I'll go back and play it again and see if there's stuff like that I missed. But it just felt like quirk for quirk rather than, hey, we're building these characters and introducing these new characters who you don't have a backstory other than, oh, hey, we need explosives experts, go out talk to this person. Hey, we need our scout, go to talk to this person. Like, I want it to be, I want Tiny Tina's Wonderlands to be good. I really do. Because that's, again, if it's a character that could do with further exploration, or even introducing new characters and exploring them well. Like, I know they could do it. I know that's within the realm of possibility for Gearbox and the way they present their games. It's just, I don't know, it didn't feel like it was there in Borderlands 3, and for a character that I adore in this series, I wanted to go back to it, honestly. But yeah, after, starting a new game of Stardew Valley, after, having already a couple games in my repertoire that I could still get some playtime out of, I'm gonna play through Tiny Tina's Wonderlands when it comes out. See where they're going with the series. And honestly, probably ultimately decide if I continue to play Borderlands games based off of it. Like, don't get me wrong, Borderlands games, the gunplay and all that is solid, it's really good. But if that, if it doesn't have that attachment and that, okay, these are characters I'm invested in going on with it, I mean, really, why don't I go? Maybe that's not there. Some people, all you need is the gunplay, and it's like, really though? Really though? Like, you could go many different guns for gunplay. You go play Apex Legends, you could play Call of Duty if that's really what you feel like subjecting yourself to. Like, there are plenty of options for good gunplay. Very even field. How big is this anyway? Do I have enough energy to find out? Let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, Alright, sent on. Alright. I like my little beachside campfires. What this place needs, honestly. Yeah, this guy's trying to go through another survival purge thing. We'll have a harvest today. We'll play through today, plant some more crops, and then call it, and go to bed tonight. Yeah, 75 stones and 1,000 gold. Oh yeah, just 1,000 gold. Yay, probably blah blah blah. And patronage. Shut up, Jojo Mart. Today I'm gonna voice, I guess, my one complaint with Stardew Valley. Yeah, I do have a complaint. I have some criticism for you, Eric Broom. I know you moved on to Haunted Chocolatier or something like that. But, where's my music, bro? Where is my music? I don't know if anybody said that, but rainy days deserve music too. That is just the honest to God truth of the matter. Rainy days deserve music too. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, just something to suit the mood. Other than whatever this is. Sell these guys. I don't know if the onions sell for a whole lot. Bring another leek to Linus would be good. I'm gonna crack open these geodes, hopefully get something good out of that. And then hopefully use whatever money I get from these geodes to get some good supplies going. Because I want to keep planting things, but I don't really have the money to do that. I don't know that I want to go into the mine today. Got a lot of things on the menu I gotta sort out. Hey Linus, where you at, buddy? Got a leak with your name on it. Staying dry? You good? Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't talk with him for that. I'm not going to destroy your tent. I like that it tracks that now if you talk with people. Just aside from the Mad Rat runs when I was informed of the Wonderlands, that's been the other thing that's just been preoccupying my mind. grab like 8 of these first and then scarecrow. I meant to craft geodes, but those were only like 25 gold. We can get through about 4 of those. Yeah, Wonderland's on my mind. Mad Rat runs around my mind. And an earth crystal. And some copper. Must be turned into Gunther. Why not? Wink. Nothing. I'm not talking to you today. I'm sorry, Gunther. Sure, you're a wonderful person and all, but just dropping stuff off. Your journal updated. I thought that was being like, oh hey, you earned the thing. Ew. Man, I just, hey. Ew. Can I have that? Also, I don't need 3 stone. Yeah. I said I don't need 3 stone. We'll process one more. Nice, nice, nice. Is there anything you can sell for? I could probably sell these. Or sell. Like, I don't feel bad for selling the 5 copper. Like, if I want copper, I can just go get copper. More so when I get these stupid geodes out of my inventory. Apologies. I need to eat something today, bro. You know, been a long day. What's that? What is this? What's that? What's going on over there? Can you take the daffodil? There you go. See, yeah, that's like the gold. What? I think I should do some fishing. Nah. Didn't I pick that one up? I picked that one up. No. Process this last geode. For some fool's gold. No, it's jagged. Is fool's gold further down? Yeah, whatever. Donate to the museum. They got a nice collection for you out here, Gunther. Hope you enjoy. Did I don't know that I checked the South Forest today. I'll go check the forest. Oh. Yeah. But this is gonna be, hopefully aside from Mad Rat, another longer running series I can sort of just do without not worried about it being interesting or that it's got a long-term goal and just doesn't feel like the same thing over and over again. Like there's just gonna be Stardew Valley and there's gonna be some growing farmlands. Sometimes that's all you need. These things get progressively More and more. Got a gold onion? Yeah. Look at that. Only 2:50, 3 o'clock. Probably go around the forest clean up a bit. I think they made the forest a bit more overgrown recently too. Like you can't just clear the forest and have it remain cleared. Oh wait, oh it's Friday, isn't it? Oh, the person's here. The gypsy girl, which I didn't know was a girl for years and years and years. Right here, right here, right here. Yeah, there she is. Well, because I sat there and I looked and I saw, like, the earrings as sort of like big floppy jowls, and I thought it was just like an old dude just sort of doing whatever. I'm like, cool, he has a pig and all that. That was a gypsy girl. No fucking clue. 1, 2, wood fence. Lucky lunch. That's fucking expensive though. No way I can afford your wares today, my dear. No, it's fine. There's still plenty of trees in my farm to clear up. I'm not too worried about losing out on the 2 maple seeds. I won't be using these mixed seeds next season though, that's for sure. Horseradish out too. I'm not gonna remember this next time. I can tell you that much. I'm just not. Probably go plant these seeds before day takes over. Yeah, this will be a good day to end it on. We can sort of edit through things sort it out. See what happened to the recording when I started it, and why it stopped randomly. Yeah, that'll be nice to know what went on there. I'm gonna have to eventually figure out what I'm doing with this farm. Because later on, I'm definitely not gonna be sitting there busting my ass over a bunch of crops that I can't even put a sprinkler on. Like, it's not gonna happen. Later on, I'm gonna be committed to other things, baby. I do need to upgrade my axe, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big point. Craft today. Basic fertilizer. Probably could have put that down. No. I could put a fence up, but I'm not crazy worried about that. although. Oh, screws, apologies, use the beats. That is stone fiber. Oh, the proper fire pit. Oh, I can't place there. Hold on, I need the scythe again. Actually, may need it tomorrow as well. Properly clear out space around the fire pit before lighting the thing. There you go. I'll light this up nicely when it's fully expanded and all that. Right, because... Oh, dude, look at that on the map, though. Like, for real. Oh, that's kind of nice. That's a nice little attention to detail there. There you go. Alright, 1, 2, 3. There'll be another patch in 9, 9's down here when I get space cleared out. Yeah, got a nice little start here, and it's actually being recorded. I've been watching the fucking button like a fucking hawk since. But yeah, like I promised, something a little different, something different pace, something still a little nice, something you can enjoy. Yeah, I know it's getting late. It is indeed. That does it for me, the Bone King, out here. Oh, and I don't think that it's even... Yeah, there we go. You can see Sunset Farm. We're on Sunset Farm as the Bone Bro, because all... I don't know what happened to the recording that was going on before, but we made it somehow. I'll see you guys next time. Probably with a bit more of this, just to keep Stardew dancing. But yeah, I appreciate you joining me, and I think we do have. No, next week we're cutting it a bit too close for me to be happy about putting some Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Next week is going to be the 25th when I upload. So we'll save Wonderlands for next month, and we'll get a little bit more Stardew in. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Hey, look at that. Level up. And I'll see you next time.